Welcome back to My Unpopular Opinion. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you love my commentary or even like it, or even love to hate it, go ahead and subscribe, leave a comment, and everything like that, y'all. So the channel is still My Unpopular Opinion. I'm still working on a new channel name because I feel like this was too common and mentioned, and I feel like I need a shift in energy with the channel. So I'm changing the name to make it something more unique that I feel like I don't hear a lot because it just, I'm not saying it's because of me, but it just seemed like after I made my channel and was trying to like build my channel, all of a sudden a lot of unpopular opinions and this and that was coming out, and I'm like, dang, that's too saturated, for me trying to like stand out if I do want to stand out. So I'm gonna go ahead and change the name. Still working on that. But yes, if this is your first time listening, welcome. Subscribe as well. If you like, funny, silly commentary based in truth, but still hilarious, because I like to have a lighthearted, goofy, funny time. So I say a lot of off the wall stuff. It's censored but uncensored at the same time. If you're into that kind of stuff, subscribe to the channel. So, and I'm trying to push the channel, y'all. The people who've been here trying to get me to keep going, I'm trying. I'm trying to push the channel. It really just takes for me to be inspired by topics for me to get on here and talk about them. And I'm inspired by a few things. So let me go ahead and start with, obviously the queen, Nicki Minaj. I really wanted to discuss how she is able to go off on some of the biggest executives in music or high priests in music. Wink, wink. Let me not say that. In music, like Jay-Z the Moose, him weaponizing Grandma Beyonce's fan base and her reputation and her who she is. He uses her as a missile, obviously, against people that he wants to hammer down on, like Nicki. Um, just how she's been calling him out, and then she's been getting all this hate and backlash because of her telling her truth, and how she's still able to have the most viral challenge out right now all over social media, which is the Nicki Minaj pose challenge from her high school video, which was, I think, I don't know, over 10 years ago. So it's just crazy how the internet hate is fake. It's fake. You see all this hate on the internet, and part of it is bots and stuff like that, which Nikki has talked about. But the hate is fake and manufactured because how can she get all these hate comments, all these blogs, everyone's saying all these things against her, and yet she still has the biggest challenge right now that everybody's participating in, from celebrities to everyday people. You got Sierra doing the challenge. I think I seen Pissy Mouth Carisha doing the challenge. Everybody's doing the challenge. Everybody's talking about Nikki. So I'm happy she knows that the hate is forced and fake and it's really not real. What you see on social media, the comments, is not even half of the real people viewing, watching, and actually supporting. So don't even pay attention to the fake hate. And always remember, the internet, it doesn't always, not always, it doesn't ever really reflect reality and what's really going on. So Nikki's impact is still so powerful, because how can y'all hate her so much, yet she has the biggest challenge that everybody wants to do, risking their necks, okay, to get on top of weights, and sit there on one heel with the other leg crossed. Y'all are willing to do that. Now, part of it is obviously people are sheep and they love to try to do anything that's going to get them attention. But everybody, her haters, all of them, they all participating, all watching. Um, and then we did see that Bigfoot, Megan, Community Cooch, that she tried to, I don't know if her team or whatever, whoever, tried to throw out a little challenge out there in the midst of, I guess, like the Rock Steady challenge or something like that. So lame, so whack. As you can see, nobody's even talking about it. I shouldn't even be talking about it, but I just thought it was weird that they would even try to infiltrate and do something like that. That's giving obsessed to me, but whatever. That's neither here nor there. Obviously, Nikki's impact goes crazy. So, speaking of impactful figures like Nikki, let's go over to non-impactful figures like Cardi B. I'm not gonna say non-impactful. I would say manufactured, forced, not real. bots. That's where her support comes from. And Nikki clocked that years ago. Sympathy payola. I know those words hunt her in her sleep because it's the truth. But Miss Witchy B, she's been posting her Death album. And talking about she got vinyls and she's so excited and she can't wait to put the album out. Now, I guess she really is putting the album out, so the label is putting it out there. I wouldn't be surprised if she has a lot of features and things that she tries to rely on. We're hearing that Grandma Beyonce is trying to do a collaboration with her, or did one rather, on the album, which that's not surprising to me because we know Jay-Z the Moose, like I said, weaponizes Grandma Beyonce to attack people he wants to beat into submission, figuratively speaking. And so, she's gonna get on that botch face song or whatever and try to boost it and it might give her some numbers and things like that. But at the end of the day, I don't know if it's truly gonna have the impact that they think it's gonna have. Beyonce did a song with Megan and she's been pushing Megan into the forefront per Grandpa Moose Jay Z's request. She's been, pushing Megan the community cooch out there, and Megan still is not. She has a name, but she's still not what they wanted her to be, and she's not where she should be with all of the backing that she's gotten. Let's be real. You got songs with Beyonce, everybody boosting you up, and you still not the number one female rapper. That's how you know manufactured stuff is just fake. But anyway, so now their next, person that they're trying to use and support is obviously Miss 50,000 Faces, Miss Chucky Face, Cardi B. Her face is looking real scary and pulled too tight these days. I don't know what's going on. I will say her face hasn't been changing as much as it used to because her face used to change every 3 to 5 business days and everything. But now I will say it's the same face as of late. It's still pointy chin and still looking real pulled and scary. I don't know what's been going on with her. Maybe the inside evil is finally, well, not finally. It's been reflecting on the outside, but it's so crazy the darkness that surrounds her, and it's shocking when people try to act like they don't see it. Like you're using crows, and I'm not saying crows and spirituality don't always symbol death, but her intent is to use it for darkness, and we know that, and it's just all these underlying subliminal things that she's putting out there. But anyway, so she's gonna use this, Beyonce collab if she actually has one, which I think she does, for her rollout and whoever else she has on the album. I don't think the album's gonna be not think I know the album won't be genuine. It will be manufactured. It's fake, and I guess we'll see. She got some catchy things, but catchy can only take you so far, and she should know that from the last 7 years. Catchy things only take you so far. Little pop-up stuff only takes you so far. But real substantial gifts and music, that is what really takes you in the long run. And I don't think that what she's doing, no, it's not going to be able to truly stand on its own. It's just not, because she needs so much help to be successful. That's the thing about Cardi B that I don't think people understand. It's so not organic. She needs everybody. She needs bots, payola. She needs cosign. She needs so much to boost her up. It's like, is her label not tired of having to put so much into her to make her into who they want her to be? Like, by now, y'all don't see that she just is not that girl. She just don't have it within her. Now, is she a personality, like a social media personality? Yes. Is she a musician? Absolutely not. Is she the number one female rapper? Never. So it doesn't matter what Beyonce does, what, Jay-Z the Moose does. Her impact is never going to be compared truly to the person that they trying to, diminish. So anyway, moving on to the next topic, which is Glorilla getting arrested. So Glorilla got arrested. I don't even know the real situation, what really happened. But what I will say is, these girls just fall like dominoes. one by one, two by two. It's always something going on with them. And I just feel like, I don't know, that Onika Voodoo. No, I'm just I feel like none of the rap girls are ever going to really be able to do right or thrive um, until Nicki gets her just due and gets what she wants and gets the respect that she's owed. Honestly, I feel like she still commands that whole space. And I don't think they understand that they trying to like rip it from her, not understanding that these girls are not going to thrive. All of them are going through crazy stuff, which people go through stuff anyway. But this stuff ain't by coincidence. Why is Ghetto really going to jail over something so stupid? She done went and got her nose done, and now she done ended up in jail, just like her name, Ghetto Rilla. And so also, I'm hearing that Doja Cat is supposed to be trying to release something very soon as well. The thing about Doja, hopefully it just don't sound the same as all her other stuff because I feel like she makes good music, but I do feel like she's kind of like exhausting her options as far as creativity. I don't know, we'll see. She went so far as to playing and dressing up as demons, and playing on religion to get people talking, which is very gimmicky. We know gimmicks don't really last that long. So I don't know. I just feel like she's kind of and when Doja's rapping, I feel like it's so not it don't hit. Like I know she her last little collaboration she did with somebody, it was for like a movie soundtrack or something. And even though she was rapping and it sounded good, right? No, nobody could understand or really remember or recite any of the words that she said in her verse. It was fast, it was quick, but it just didn't hit. It didn't land in anyone's ears. It's almost like it just was like gibberish. And so I think she really needs to regroup and stop trying to take the Nicki approach to her rapping and really dig deep in what she's really trying to do. That's my opinion. But we'll see what she releases. And hopefully, maybe her release can compete with like Cardi B's. Maybe they can go toe to toe with their albums or something. That I would love to see something like that. That's more in their league, I would say. Catch my drift. So yeah, I don't know. And then another person I want to talk about is Azealia Banks. Azealia has been talking so much trash about people for so long. It's just like you just never know. But I will say a lot of what she says is rooted in truth. When she's right, she's right. And when she's wrong, she's just dead wrong. She's a Gemini. I'm a Gemini. I get it. But Azalea has been saying some things in support of Nicki as of late. And I've been agreeing. Like I love like when she explained, how um Cardi's label launched her and all that kind of stuff. Like I love when she explains in depth what's really happening and going on. I feel like she knows what she's talking about. I don't know what her real issue is when she's unstable, in my opinion, but when she's right, she's right. And she's been supporting Nicki. She's been talking about all this Jay-Z stuff and everything like that. And I'm like, yes, Azalea. I just wish she could stay on track. And Azalea's actually talented. I really like her music, her lyrics. I still listen to her music. The only thing I have an issue with her is I just hate when she comes for Nicki randomly and just be talking crazy. Like, girl, what are you talking about? She has no idea if she ever played her cards right. Her and Nicki could have threw her a bone. Her and Nicki could have did a song together, and I guarantee you it would be a smash hit. One thing about Isaiah, she can rap, she can sing, she is talented, she is creative. She just crazy as hell, and I wish she wasn't because she got so much potential in her. So hopefully she can stay on the right side of things. I don't know if Nicki would ever fool with her because she's probably too unstable, but who knows? And lastly, let's talk about Jay-Z, the Moose, Big Moose face, and how he then somehow allegedly bullied his son into his alleged son. I say his son into dropping the case. We know the boy ain't, after all these years of trying to find the truth and get Jay-Z's attention and fight for this case, we know that boy did not drop this case. He didn't came too far in this to do that. He didn't drop the case, willingly at least. I feel like he had to be coerced or bullied into dropping it. And obviously somebody as powerful, quote unquote, as Jay-Z the Moose and having a big backing, from someone like Grandma Beyonce and her fans are weaponized, like I said, to do these things. It can hammer down on the everyday regular person like Jay-Z's son and or alleged son. And like allegedly, he even said one time that Jay-Z might have gotten his car shot up, did some things to intimidate him from speaking out before. So I wouldn't be surprised if they hammered down on him and just kind of forced him to not proceed with the case. And so I'm hoping that somebody can help him, maybe. I don't know if he can resubmit it, but hopefully the DNA can come out somehow, some way. Because why would you be avoiding the DNA? If it's not your child, you would have just taken it and said, oh, it is my child, it's not. But Jay-Z the Moose is a slithery serpent snake. And so he's never going to truly be who he really is, because it's too dark and it's too evil, in my opinion, to show to the public, which I don't know why, because we already see it. The people, well, I guess some of us see the truth and some of us don't. But yeah, I'm just ready to see him get what he deserves karmically. And I know it's coming for him. And Nicki knows it too, which is why she's been saying what she's been saying. So y'all, that's just me coming on here giving a brief little whatever about these topics or whatever, just to, let y'all hear my voice a little bit. Let me know down in the comments what you think about this video, all these topics, and like the video, subscribe to the channel. Bye bye.